In this video lecture, we will discuss how to solve system of homogeneous linear differential equation using eigenvalues and eigenvectors method. So let us consider a system of homogeneous linear differential equation dx dt equals to a11x a12y dy dt equals to a21x a22y. Here x and y both are dependent variable and t is independent variable. So we write this equation in matrix form. X prime equals to ax, here x prime equals to x prime and y prime, the matrix A equal to the coefficient matrix A11, A12, A21, A22, and x equals to the matrix x, y. So the solution of this system can be written as x equal to C1, X1, C2, X2. Here the X1 and X2 you have to find out, and C1 and C2 are arbitrary constant. To apply the eigenvalues and eigenvector methods, first we have to find out the characteristic polynomial, that is determinant value of A minus lambda I. Here A is the coefficient matrix and I is the identity matrix. The size of I depends on the size of A. After that, we have to consider characteristic polynomial equal to 0 to find the eigenvalues. So based on the eigenvalues, we can divide it into three cases. Case number 1, when lambda 1, lambda 2, that means the eigenvalues are real and distinct. In this case, we have to write the solution as x equals to c1 b1 e power lambda 1 t, c2 b2 e power lambda 2 t. So in this lecture, we will discuss only case number 1, but there are another two cases when the lambda 1 and lambda 2 are real but equal. And also another case, case number 3, lambda 1 and lambda 2 are complex roots. So in this lecture, we discuss only case number 1. Let us consider an example. Say dx dt equals minus 2x equals to 4y, dy dt minus 4x equals to 2y. So we rewrite this system in standard form. Dx dt equals to 2x plus 4y, dy dt equals to 4x plus 2y. Now you can see here we write this system in matrix form. So x prime equals to ax. Here x prime equals to dx dt dy dt. I equals to the coefficient matrix 2, 4, 4, 2, and x equals to x and y. So now we have to find the characteristic polynomial p lambda is equal to determinant value of a minus lambda I, or you can consider determinant value of lambda I minus a. Where I is the identity matrix, the size of I depends on the size of a. So now you can see here our A is 2, 4, 4, 2, that means 2 by 2 matrix. That's why our I is also 2 by 2 matrix. And lambda I equals to, when we multiply this identity matrix by lambda, then we get lambda 0, 0 lambda. So A minus lambda I, that means we subtract lambda I from A. So we get 2 minus lambda, 4, 4, 2 minus lambda. So that means our characteristic polynomial is 2 minus lambda, 4, and 4, 2 minus lambda. So the determinant value of this is called the characteristic polynomial. When we consider this characteristic polynomial equals to 0, that is called characteristic equation. So we have to consider characteristic equation to get the eigenvalues, that means the roots of characteristic equation. So we consider p of lambda, characteristic polynomial equals to 0. So we consider this is equals to 0. Now we find the determinant value of this. Actually this will be the determinant value. This will be the determinant value. There is no more this one, no more this one. This is not matrix, this is the determinant. So this is equals to 2 minus lambda times 2 minus lambda, that means we can multiply these two, we can multiply these two. So 2 minus lambda whole square minus 4 times 4 is equal to 16. So 2 minus lambda whole square minus 16 equals to 0. When we simplify this one, we get 4 minus 4 lambda plus lambda square minus 16. Then we get lambda square minus 4 lambda minus 12 equal to 0. So when we factorize this one, we get lambda minus 6 lambda plus 2. So in that case, we can say that lambda equal to 6, lambda equals to minus 2. So this is our eigenvalues. So now we have to find the eigenvectors for these two eigenvalues. If you consider this is lambda 1, you can consider this is lambda 2. So you have to find two eigenvectors based on the lambda equal to 6 and lambda equals to minus 2. So now we first we find the eigenvectors for lambda equal to 6. So to find the eigenvectors, we consider always this equation, a minus lambda I times v. Here v is arbitrary vector, we consider v equals to ab. So now we already know a minus lambda I, so our a minus lambda I is equal to this one, so our b equals to ab. So this is a 2 matrix. So when we multiply these two matrix, we put the lambda equal to 6 in this matrix, we get 2 minus 6, 4, 4, 2 minus 6. Then we get minus 4, 4, 4 and minus 4. Now we can multiply these two matrices by row by column methods. Then we get minus 4 minus 4a plus 4b equals to 0. Similarly, 4a minus 4b equals to 0. That means we get a minus b equal to 0, a minus b equal to 0. Actually here we see two equations, but these two equations are same. So we can say there is only one equation. That means we have two unknown and b, but we have only one equation. That means we have to choose a free variable. We know that the free variable equals to number of unknown, that means a and b, two unknowns. That means here it will be 2. It will be 2. Then number of equation is only 1. That means we have one free variable. So we choose that free variable is b. That means from this equation we can say that a equal to b. So we consider b is free variable. So free variable means we can choose any real number. So we choose b equal to c. C is a real number. Then we can say that a equals to also c. That means we can write the vector b1 equal to c, c. When we take common c, we get 1 and 1. So now we can choose any real number for c. So for our convenience, we choose c equal to 1. Then we can say that b1 equal to 1, 1 is the eigenvector. So any non-zero multiple of this vector, that means any non-zero real number for c will be also the eigenvector for lambda equal to 6. So now we already get the eigenvectors for lambda equal to 6. Now we will find another eigenvector for lambda equals to minus 2. So for this one, lambda equals to minus 2. So we use the same procedure. A minus lambda I, b is equal to 0. Here b is arbitrary vector. So we already know that a minus lambda I equals to 2 minus lambda 4, 4, 2 minus lambda a, b, this is the vector b. Now here we put lambda equals to minus 2, then we get 2 minus minus 2, 4. Here this is 4, this is 2 minus minus 2. When we simplify this one, we get 4 and 4, 4, 4, then AB. That means we get two matrices, 4, 4, 4, 4, AB. So now we multiply these two matrices by row by column method. Then we get here 4. Here we get 4A plus 4B equal to 0. Similarly, 4a plus 4b equals to 0. When we simplify this equation, dividing by 4, we get a plus b equal to 0, a plus b equal to 0. Actually, here is look like two equations, but there is only one equation because these two equations are same. So we get only one equation, a plus b equal to 0. So that means we have two unknowns, one equation. So we have to choose one free variable because we know that the free variable is equal to number of unknown, that means 2. Here free variable is equal to 2 minus 1 equal to 1. That means 2 unknown, 1 equation. That means we have one free variable. So you choose the free variable is b. So a equals to minus b. So free variable, that means we can choose any real numbers. We consider b equals to c. Then we get a equals to minus c. So now our vector is minus c by c. Minus c and c. That means we can take common c outside, minus 1, 1. Now we can choose any real number to simplify this vector. So here I choose c equals to minus 1. Then we get b2 equals to 1 and minus 1. So this c can be any real number except 0. So that means any non-zero multiple of 1 minus 1 will be the eigenvector. So here we choose c equals to minus 1 for simplicity. So we get b2 equal to 1 minus 1 is one of the eigenvector. So now we can write the general solution x equals to c1 b1 e power lambda 1 t, c2 b2 e power lambda 2 t. Here b1 means b1 means we already get 1 1 and lambda 1 means 6. So b2 means the eigenvector when we use lambda 2 equals to minus 2. That means c1 b1 e power 6t, c2 b2 e power minus 2t. Here c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. So this is our general solution.